So when we answered those questions for ourselves, could we birth no matter where? Could we birth no matter with whom? Could we birth no matter what happened to us or around us? And if we were willing to learn the skills, then the next question of how to birth came down to what skills did I need? And this is where Birthing Better skills so outpace all the other systems. As I mentioned, Grantley, Dick Reed, Lamaze, and Bradley were available. And active birth came along, which was sort of yoga-based. And then in the 90s, hypnobirthing and hypnobabies were. All of those systems focused on that one type of birth. Birthing Better from the start, the early 1970s, focused on every type of birth, as we've said. So the question was, what are the skills that we needed? And those were diverse, because each of us is unique. And each of us also share this common experience. We're pregnant, and we will give birth 100% guaranteed, and within the year. So we needed to discover skills in which we shared our commonality for all births, no matter where, with whom, or what was happening to or around us. So a lot of the focus was on how to cope and manage in birth. At some point, pregnancy was beginning to come to an end, and birth was unfolding. We're still pregnant when we're giving birth. We stop being pregnant after the birth. So there's this transition period where we know we're moving into the birthing phase. And that's when you use your skills. We needed to know how to consciously birth our baby using skills in all sorts of distracting situations and changeable situations. But then we learned something else, which took us to a whole different level. It wasn't about just coping with this transition gateway experience that we couldn't replay the next day. It was also about learning how to prepare our body to give birth. And that was important. All pregnant women are preparing to labor and have a vaginal birth, even if our mind knows that's not going to happen. We don't get pregnant often, so we wanted to enjoy it. So we learned you had to prepare your body from about 24 weeks onward. It had to be simple, it had to be fun, it had to be effective. We had to understand what we were doing. So Birthing Better has those skills. That's how you learn how to, and then you use those skills, and you do the birth. That's how we learned how to birth.